Waiver of the right to counsel in the Brewer v. Williams case. Legal question. Did the interviewee, whom authorities know to be a psychiatric case and who was later found guilty of a crime, waive his Sixth Amendment and 14th Amendment constitutional protections to the legal representation by making defamatory statements to law enforcement officers while he was being transferred from the city of initial hearing to the town that was the murder scene and the placement of the jail? Rules. According to federal constitutional interpretation, the state must show that a knowing right or privilege was intentionally given up or abandoned to establish the issue of waiver of counsel. The right to counsel is unaffected by a defendant's petition, and judges uphold every justifiable assumption against release. This stringent requirement applies to any purported waiver of the right to counsel, whether it occurs during a trial or at a crucial point in the pretrial process. Analysis. Robert Williams, the respondent, was detained in Davenport after being charged with kidnapping a 10-year-old girl in Des Moines, Iowa. The defendant was cautioned not to make any claims until after speaking with the Des Moines lawyer after being transported to Des Moines and the law enforcement personnel by both his Des Moines lawyer and his attorney during the Davenport sentencing. The trial court's ruling that the responder had relinquished his access to representation was upheld by the Iowa Supreme Court. Conclusion. On petitions, the Supreme Court of the United States asserted and retained that the respondent was obligated to a retrial because he had been denied the right to counsel's assistance guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment. After all, legal action had been taken against him before the beginning of the car journey, and the officer had purposefully tried to get information out of him when he was permitted counsel's assistance. Since the respondent frequently relied on legal aid when interacting with the government, the court concluded that he had not waived his right to representation. Court correctness. The Court of Appeals was correct to rule that the material, in this case, does not support the petitioner's burden of proof. Williams was indeed made aware of his right to counsel and gave the impression that he understood it. Williams consistently relied on legal counsel's guidance when dealing with the authorities, which disproved any claims that he renounced his right to do so. A waiver needs more than just understanding, it also demands relinquishment.